Breaking news. Watch how Supreme Court affirmed Adeleke's victory. The Supreme Court, in the case of Ademola Adeleke vs. Ademola Adeleke, upheld the initial verdict of the appellate court before legal proceedings at the apex court. Governor Adeleke got a favorable verdict at the appellate court confirming his status as governor. The court's judgment is a prequel to the election tribunal's verdict that nullified Adeleke's victory. Right at the governorship polls in Osun State, the Supreme Court has affirmed Ademola Adeleke as the legitimate governor of Osun State. As reported by Thinkable. The apex court said the plaintiff and former governor of the state, Ademola Adeleke, and All Progressives Congress (APC) failed to prove its case of improper accreditation of voters and overvoting. The judgment was delivered by a 5-member panel that unanimously agreed that the appellate court issued an accurate assessment by confirming the legitimacy of the election that saw the emergence of Governor Adeleke. The Supreme Court said, "It is glaring that the appellant did not provide in evidence any BVAS, but sought to prove overvoting by means of a report of examination of INEC's database or back-end server. It is, therefore, the only direct and primary record of voters accredited at polling units on election day." Recall that an election tribunal was set up and sat on the outcome of the 2022 Osun State governorship polls. After a series of proceedings on the case, the tribunal nullified Governor Adeleke's victory of PDP and declared Oyetola of APC the election winner. Displeased by the tribunal's ruling, Governor Adeleke sought redress at the appellate court by filing an appeal. Attorneys of both parties stated their cases and argued competitively for their clients. Still, after several proceedings, the appellate court overruled the tribunal's judgment. It affirmed Governor Adeleke as the legitimate winner of the Osun 2022 governorship election. Ademola Adeleke, the governor of Osun State, has commended the ruling of the Supreme Court that affirmed his victory. As the winner of the July 2022 governorship election in the state, Adeleke dedicated the victory to the people of Osun State while noting that it was time for the residents to enjoy the dividend of democracy. This governor, in his reaction, extended an olive branch to Ademola Adeleke and the APC, adding that it was time for all to come together in the interest of the state. Osun, Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State has commended the decision of the Supreme Court that upheld his victory at the July 2022 governorship election in the state. The apex court on Tuesday, May 9th, affirmed the victory of the governor against the All Progressives Congress (APC) and its candidate in the election, Ademola Adeleke. In a 5-man panel judgment, the court upheld the decision of the Court of Appeal in Abuja in March that declared Governor Adeleke as the authentic winner of the election. The verdict of the apex court then brought an end to the controversies that emanated from the July 2022 governorship election in the state and as well killed the hope of Oyetola returning to office. Following his victory at the Osun State governorship election petition tribunal in January, in his reaction to the ruling, Governor Adeleke, on his Twitter page, said the victor at the court is dedicated to God and the people of Osun State, adding that it was time to concentrate on governance and deliver the dividend of democracy to the residents of the state.